What's up, guys? It's Tortoise Cash Flow. So I just found out that I can filter my comments in my YouTube channel by questions asked. So I'm going to go back a couple months and see what y'all have been asking me and quickly run through a whole bunch of questions in this video and just answer them. Also, if you have any questions yourself, be sure to leave questions in this video down below. And in future videos, when I do this again, I can answer your questions. So let's go.
Drifting in my heart, I know a fool. Lying ain't my only golden rule.
So first question, on average, how long does it take to write an article? I have 5 hours per day. Is blogging possible? I don't actually write my own articles. I hire somebody, so I don't really know how long it takes. I used to write my own articles while I was at work or on my lunch break. I would talk into my phone, do the text to speech thing. I think that might have took me maybe an hour or two to get all the information on the article. And then on the weekends, I would upload it to my WordPress and edit it. And that might have been like another 1 to 2 hours. So it might take me for like 1,500 word article, maybe 3 to 5 hours, depending on how involved it was and how much I knew the topic before going into it, because if it needs a lot more research, then it's going to take a lot more time. So if this guy has 5 hours per day for free time, then I definitely think you could get at least 1 article done per day, which is 7 articles a week. Over the course of a year, I think you'd have a very successful website. So for this guy, blogging is definitely possible. Even if you only had an hour per day, if you spent an hour every single day, 365 days a year, by the end of that year, you're going to have a pretty good website. So somebody asked if I pay 2 cents per word for articles. One of my writers, I pay 2 cents. And the other one I pay 1.5 cents. The one that I pay 2 cents, I've had a little bit longer, so they know the process better. I used to hire my writers on iWriter, and I recently, a few months ago, I pulled them over, and now I pay them off the platform. It's slightly cheaper, and it just makes the process a lot easier. Somebody asked me how to find a video editor. On my other YouTube channel, I found a editor on Fiverr for, I think I paid him like 10 or 20 bucks per video. It was decent. The biggest problem is he didn't line up my voice with my video very well. So in the future, when I hire the editor, I'm going to have to do that myself before I send them the clips. Other than that, it was decent. I stumble a lot in my words when I make videos, and he didn't do an excellent job at cutting all those parts out. He did okay, but not as good as when I edit my videos. The quality suffers a little bit if you're going to get a cheap editor, but if you're cranking out like a bunch of videos, then it helps if you don't have time to edit them yourself. Harry Jackson asked where I'm getting my articles from, and like I said, most of the time, I got all my writers from iWriter before I took them off the platform. I really like iWriter if you don't have your own writers, because every month they usually give a nice bonus. So I was getting free backlinks. If I spent $500 on the platform on writers, they would give me a free backlink from the Hoth. So I think that really helped boost my main website, which is why I think it grew so fast. So I definitely think it's worth checking out iWriter, and if you're spending $250 to $500 a month, you should qualify for a little bonus, which should really help your website out. Somebody asked if I took any classes. No, I never took any classes. I don't think you need to take classes to figure this stuff out. I've built up a portfolio of websites now. My main website making over $1,200 a month. The way that I figured out how to do this was just watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos. Income School helped me out a lot before I knew anything, and then I watched other people like Doug Cunnington and WP Eagle, Amelia Gardner, just a bunch of people, and over time I got the hang of it. And every time I watch a new video, I feel like I learn more about this, and also just doing it yourself, you get a hold of it, you figure it out. You don't need to spend money on a course. That money's better spent building up your website. Somebody asked if I did link building for my first website, and like I said, I have done link building, free links from the Hoth from when I used to use iWriter. I've also used other backlinks. I think one was called War of SEO, or SEO something War of SEO or whatever. I've also done some manual outreach through forums and stuff. I think my DA is around a 9. So not huge. I'd like to have that around a 20 to a 30 in the future. I might do the skyscraper method with, I can't remember his name. I'll have to look into that, but there's somebody that does a skyscraper method. I can't find it Googling it. I'll have to go back into I'll have to look it up. There's somebody that does a method called the skyscraper where they build you a piece of content that's really good, and then they reach out to other people within the niche that might find that content very valuable, and they'll link back to it. And you spend like $500 a month or something. Supposedly supposed to give you the most amount of backlinks for the cheapest price. The only downside is you have to really commit to paying per month. I think you have to do at least 4 months. So $500 a month times 4, that's $2,000. But you're supposed to get like 50 backlinks or something like that. And some of them are supposed to be like 40 domain or higher. So it's supposed to really help your website. Once my main website's making probably around $2,000 a month, then I might look into that. But right now I'm barely making enough money to be profitable. So I don't want to invest in that if I don't have to, but that's something I plan on doing in the future. Somebody asked, how do I run so many websites? So I have 5 websites, but most of them I'm not really even doing anything. My main website, I'm producing about 2 articles per month at this point, and I have usually one other side project going that I do like 2 to 3 articles per month, and the other websites pretty much just sit there and I collect the money from it. So once I build up, I always work on my main website, and then I have a side project going. And once I get my side project to a point where I like it, then I'll let that one sit and work on the next side project. But I'll always work on my main project. It's not that hard. Somebody asked what hosting I use. I use Bluehost hosting. When I started last year with this blogging, I signed up for the 3-year hosting, which was like $200. So it's a pretty good deal. And I didn't really know, a lot of people were recommending Bluehost, which apparently they're just doing that because it's a great affiliate program, which I'm actually an affiliate for, link down below. But a lot of people are saying that Bluehost is not a very good hosting program, but I've had very good success with them so far. I've used them from the beginning. My website runs fast, everything, no problems. Any problems I do have, I can contact their support, and they've been really good with me so far. I've sold a website and I've bought a website, and both times Bluehost has had to help me through that because I didn't really know what I was doing, and their service has been amazing with that. They told me what I needed to do, and they helped me get everything set up. So so far my experience has been good with Bluehost, but some people say that they've had bad experience. I'm not really sure why, but just keep that in mind. That's the service that I use, and I'll probably continue using them. Somebody asked what theme I use. I use Acrobato. That's the first premium theme I bought since I started. It was $100, and you get a license to use that theme on all of your websites, unlimited. So it's just $100 one time, and you're good for your whole blogging career. People say that the theme doesn't look that great, but I think it looks pretty decent. It runs fast. It does what I need it to do. And $100 for unlimited use, you can't really beat that. Somebody asked where my traffic comes from, and all I really care about from my websites is the organic traffic. So even on my income reports, I'll filter out the traffic to just the organic and see how I'm doing there. I also do my total traffic to see where some of that's coming from, but about 95% of my traffic is organic, and that's really all I care about. Somebody asked how you can rank a website without a backlink, and it's really not that hard. If you do a Google search for the search term you're trying to write an article for, and all that's showing up is forum posts or other low quality sites that aren't really answering the question very good, then if you create a good piece of content, Google doesn't really have any other choice but to rank your website. Even if you don't have backlinks, at that point it doesn't really matter. So that's really what you have to do at the beginning of your website, is just go after low competition keywords that nobody's really answering, and you'll start to rank. And even though you don't get a whole lot of traffic for those search words, if you create a whole bunch of them, then it really adds up. Doing that over time, you could build up natural backlinks, which will build up your domain authority, and then you can go after harder keywords. So that's going to be the end of this video. If you have any questions yourself, be sure to leave a comment down below, and in future videos I will go over those questions and answer your questions as well. If you like the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified for any future videos. Thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.